Hey, I'm ThisNinjaSucks, and you are watching my second gameplay video. This footage comes from a capture the flag on Overgrown, as you can see. I'm gonna use my kind of typical run and gun, kind of get near their spawn, camp around an area, wreak some havoc from kind of near their spawn, not in their spawn, not behind them definitely, because I don't ever really like being behind them. It just seems mean to be like, oh, you spawn there, I'm gonna kill you from behind. You don't even get any shots on me. But yeah, I'm using a TAR 21 silenced, Scavenger Pro, Cold-Blooded Pro, Ninja Pro, M93 Replica silenced, which I don't even pull out in this game. I love a Scavenger though, because it just allows me to go around near their spawn, kind of stay in the area without having to worry about, oh crap, I'm out of ammo, not to switch my secondary. And a lot of people don't use Scavenger, they like to stick with the sleight of hand, but I found that if you are good enough that you can get a kill on someone quickly, and then move on, you don't have to have the sleight of hand, because sleight of hand is really only useful if you're in a really big firefight and you're just kind of spraying down at another kid and you keep running out of ammo and you have to keep reloading and neither of you are getting a kill on each other. It's really the only time I ever find it comes in handy. Anyway, totally blindside this kid here. Completely missed that kid there. I found him in the redo video. My teammate kind of has to pay for it because he tries to follow me, and the other kid kind of comes up the stairs at the right time and gets blindsided by him, and kind of felt bad there for a second, and I was like, whatever. So my kill streak loadout, as you'll find here, 357. Just called in my UAV and got a nice little lucky double kill on those two kids as they ran to the exact same spot. Otherwise, if they had split up, I would have been screwed. They would have both killed me. But luckily they didn't, so yeah, I was gonna go for the kid that was gonna run towards Grandma's house. Thought he wasn't a threat. Thought the kid in the barn was a bigger threat. So I'm just kind of running near their spawn, not in their spawn, obviously, but just kind of keep them at bay, kind of keep them pinned down back there in that corner. Don't let them push up that much. Definitely not a spawn trap by any means, but kind of a spawn netting. Kind of keep them contained. My question for this video is, what kind of class setup do you like to run? Because I know a lot of people have some really crazy classes out there that, I don't know, if it works for them, not gonna diss them. I really don't like shotguns. I will get really pissed off in games if I repeatedly get shotgunned. Like, every once in a while it's not that bad, especially if you're low level and you really have nothing else to use. Or if you're completely out of ammo, yeah, I can see. Use a shotgun, fine. It's in the game, they made it, they programmed it in there. It's supposed to be used, but I hate when kids just blindside me from nowhere, or they get really lucky kills that they don't have to aim. They have no idea I'm there, I'm about to kill them, and then, oh, boom, shotgun in the face. Other thing I don't like is noob tubes. I respect someone who noob tubes and will hit their target, actually physically hit them with the grenade before it explodes. I do not like the noob tubers who are just like, oh, someone's securing C, pop, oh, I got a triple kill, nice. Those are the noob tubers I don't like. But I was wondering what you guys use for your typical class setup, what you majorly use. I guarantee there's gonna be a lot of oh yeah, I use FAMAS, I use the Scar H, and then there's of course gonna be I use Intervention FMJ, sleight of hand. But just tell me what you use. I use a bunch of different stuff. I just kinda do whatever I want to, really. I was kind of in the FAMAS, typical FAMAS, red dot, sleight of hand, stopping power, Ninja Pro. That was kind of my whole when I was in a game battles clan, that was my entire setup. I would never differ from that. That was my setup every single game, game after game, no matter what. But then I started using a mini Uzi with silencer and cold-blooded. I found that cold-blooded is a great advantage when you don't want to be found by enemy kill streaks, and it just makes the game a lot more enjoyable. Because I never really like kill streaks. Yeah, they're nice if you have them, but even then they're not that great. Obviously, my Harrier did 0 kills there. It was wonderful there. But they always seem to be working against you. They never get as many kills for you as they would against you. So I don't really like them. That's why I love when they came out with Bare Bones. Bare Bones is great, but my friends don't really like to play it all that much, which is I stick Team Tac. And also, Bare Bones doesn't have a search game type for the objective Bare Bones, which search is my favorite game type. I am a search connoisseur type of person. That was my first introduction into an MLG, was search, straight up search. I was just watching search, got better at search, went out and played just straight up the game type playlist search and destroy. And so that's definitely my strongest suit. I'll post some search and destroy videos if I ever get around to them. But my friends don't really like playing search all that much. But I do just kind of stumble across it in Team Tactical when I'm playing with them. So I definitely have some from there. Let me kill this kid from behind. Kind of felt bad. I was like, whatever. You'll have to deal with it. I don't really do that much. Kid right in there is trying to knife me through the bricks. I'm like, what? So I just started shooting him because it was the last 2 seconds. So I didn't really care. But as you can see, it's 0-0. Nobody's even like touched the flags. And so I decided to pull out my old tack knifing class, which it didn't let me switch to for some reason there. It was a tack knifing class that I was using to tack knife. It has marathon, lightweight, and ninja, because I don't ever use commando. I don't enjoy people who do. It just feels like a new perk to me, but whatever. Kill that kid, because he's way too predictable running through the river. So it has a USB tack knife, mini Uzi silenced, marathon lightweight, ninja as I said before. It has a throwing knife and a 1 stun. Right now, 2 stuns really when you spawn. But it has a throwing knife, which I kind of forget about as I try to nade that kid, and then it ends up being a throwing knife. I also do it later on where I'm like, oh, I have a throwing knife, not a nade. That kind of sucks. But it does the job. I was getting some hilarious throwing knife kills when I was back in my tack knifing days, which was all about 2 weeks ago. But so I decided to be the runner in this game because none of my other teammates decide to, and they all like to camp it up like my friend is doing. But I figure I should be running it because otherwise this doesn't go into overtime, and nobody likes overtime because then if you just touch the flag, you win. Which was always a surprise to me at the beginning. Like, I never got that. It's like, why? And I guess it's like, oh yeah, it's overtime. They want to get it over. It's kind of the point. You just go and get their flag and you win. So kind of prevents as much like just random nades across the map to get those like final kills as they're about to cap it. It's like, oh, you're about to cap it, and then like stun nade. It's like, oh, well I didn't cap it, now they returned it. Which happens all the time to me, especially in like game battles or MLG. Yeah. Anyway, so decided I would start running it. Got 1 flag cap here. Decided to go for some more. My other teammate actually starts stepping up and does a little bit of running as well, so see him run it right around here, and then I like make a stupid mistake, and I don't know what I'm doing here. Trying to check that corner because a lot of people like to camp there. So I'm gonna go get the flag, and then my teammate gets it. And I don't know why I decided this. Well, after I killed this kid, I decided, oh, I'm just gonna go run with him to protect him, and I'm like, wait, that's not a good idea. You don't ever run with the flag carrier. Flag carrier has to fend for himself. Kill the people who are behind him, in front of him. Don't run with him, because then you'll get naded along with him if they decide to throw a random nade. Also, it's always good to just stand near their flag, so you can just wait till your friend caps it, and then just go get it. Capture it immediately. They never expect that. You hear that kid, so that's why I didn't go take the flag immediately. So I'm going to now. That kid gets a nice spawn that happens to be in view of me. Obviously, there's been tons of commentaries about the spawn system and how bad it is, and so I won't even go into that. But it was a nice kill. I'm not going to, like, hate him for it. No, you just got a nice spawn. Okay. It's not your fault. Nothing you can do about it. Not like, oh, I'm going to spawn right here. But anyway, I have to go get this flag because nobody ever returned it. And I kind of make a stupid mistake that turns into a benefit. I decided to run towards their spawn, which is never a good idea. I don't suggest it, especially on capture the flag. Don't run towards their spawn with the flag, because they will just spawn behind you and then shoot you in the back, or spawn right in front of you and be like, hey, what's up? And of course they're going to have painkiller, because that's just how your luck's going to be. But somehow I don't get killed by them, and it turns into a flag cap, and I was really happy about that. This kid right here, what a failure. Fails with a SPOS 12 when he has a drop on me. He's camping the corner. Has a SPOS 12, I don't know he's there. Come around the corner, and he misses. It's pretty hard to do with a SPOS 12. It has a pretty big like range spread. So that's a pretty big fail on his part. Probably feels bad about himself. I feel bad for him, so. Here's someone else's mini Uzi going off there. My teammate tries to do what I did last time, and pays the price for it. Sees why you should never run towards their spawn, because they will just spawn behind you and shoot you in the back when you don't expect it. And there's nothing you can do about that, so really just try to avoid running towards their spawn unless you know that they have your area camped down your side of the level completely camped out, and then you can run towards their spawn and area. You ever try to throw a nade because that kid was shooting behind me? Almost got a nice bouncing throwing knife into his face, which would have been hilarious. Don't get it. He tries to throwing knife me for some reason. I end up killing him. This kid, I don't know what his class was doing there. He had like Commando, Bling, C4, Final Stand. Just a wacky class setup, if you ask me. But he C4s me, puts himself in the last stand, or final stand. As it is. And I think my friend goes and kills him eventually. Get a kill on that kid. I was going to go for another flag, like, carry at the end. But then my teammate touches it and gets it, so I don't get the points. But I end up going 15-3. My friend goes, Phenom goes 5-0, camping our flag. Doesn't die, which I guess is good. Doesn't get that many kills, though. You'll see him other games. He gets tons of kills, just racks them up. But yeah, that's the game. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.